What it do, homie? So it looks like we have some solo elimination, right? If we getting ready for GBB 2025, Codfish. We already know this is about to slap. It's Codfish. Let's go ahead and shut up, turn it up. You know what? Every intro to the GBB 2025, and I've seen quite a bit of them, it's been very interesting. I got a question for y'all. How many times, as you guys are watching these eliminations and everything, how many times do you listen to it before you start skipping it all together to get straight to the competition? You know, because at some point you're like, all right, I already heard it a million times. This was interesting. I feel like it's going to take me a little bit longer. I'm going to want to listen to it before I get tired of it. But let me know, unless you guys are real ones and y'all watch the beginning intro each time. Y'all some real ones. I like that.
Right here live in the wreck, Codfish, it's on you. Let's see what's happening. I say the yeah, you say the no on the yeah. In yeah.
Speak that German.
You just know how to flow, where to lead, where to go. You just know how to flow. The fake. You just try to play up. Shoot up, shoot up, let it go. You just
Okay, hold on before you get to that. All right. You know, I didn't even really think about this. Obviously, with the whole entire breathing techniques and everything that you need to be able, you know, to make sure you don't want to run out of breath while you're beatboxing. Obviously, there must be some more sounds that require a little bit more diaphragm than others. And I never really thought about this. Maybe even the higher notes, possibly because of the stress. You need the vocal control. You really want, I don't know, or maybe it's the lower one, because it almost kind of sounds like he almost runs out of breath whenever he's maintaining the 4-on floor. It's a pause a little bit. And I think the only time I really start hearing that is right after he hits us with the bass and he has to sing. So he has to catch his breath to continue with the 4-on the floor. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a small little hiccup. And that just got me thinking, you know, Codfish he's been beatboxing for the longest and everything, right? When it comes to being on stage, he knows what it's like. So he must be doing something that's really, really difficult here. You know what I mean? And just doesn't all the way have it together. Not that it isn't a fantastic performance, you know, so far. It's just that I noticed that, you know what I mean?
You just flame.
Okay, that's new. He was. Yo, hold on, bro. Oh, he was carrying 3 different rhythms right there. That do 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 do, and he had the percussion. Insane. What? And the way that he's using the mic position to kind of give it a nice little riser, he almost kind of, that's crazy. He performed his own mix right there for us. That's what he did. You hear this type of stuff in like EDM all the time, where the percussion kind of comes in first, and then the lead or a part of the lead sound comes in. You know, you could, of course, do this by just, you know, with your mouth, just like, you know what I mean? But he used the mic. The interesting he got going on here is that the mic obviously is positioned a little bit distance from his mouth. We saw that. But the thing about the percussion that he was giving us is that it operates on a little bit of a higher frequency, right? So you can kind of play with the listener there. We're going to perceive things a lot better in a higher register than we would on lower register. So I think he was, and I don't know if he meant to do this, but having this distance and having that percussive try to come in, you can almost kind of only hear the transient before you start hearing the full body of it. And then the transients melted into the full thing. You can start hearing the percussion, and then the bass kind of came in, which almost kind of created this nice little mix there. You know what I mean? Before you just came in there and just started destroying stuff with 3 different rhythms going on. That's difficult. I mean, come on, bro. One slight mess up and it's all over. Good stuff. Crazy.
Konnichiwa.
I know some of you guys y'all gonna get on my head about Speak That German. If you're new to the channel, it's more of an inside joke. I'm not gonna explain it, but I know they didn't really speak German. D&B. Filters.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Crowd faded it out. What's he got going on here with this, man? He did it again. Where it kind of feels like the lower end is kind of, now I'm aware that the audio is a little bit cleaned up a little bit right before it reaches our ears, that it sounds different when it's on stage, right? That it goes through some mixing, but I don't think this is part of the mix, right? He's doing something different. It's the same thing he did before, where he's kind of purposely taking out the low end. And I think he's doing that from positioning the microwave, you know, and just letting, like I said before, letting those high end transients kind of rock. It's just interesting, the placement of it. I ain't mad at it. It's unique, honestly. See if you hear it. Watch. Low end is still there. It's the vocals.
Here we go. What you mean?
What you mean?
Stop the bus.
Lip rolls. He ain't getting eliminated. He said he want to look at him, bro. Look at that. Look at that. That's an alpha stance, bro. Standing there, powerful. You did that. What? That whole entire last thing was crazy. I can't even get into the amount of different variations he gave us with the lip rolls. I think he, not only did he have some nice little staccato notes in there, he gave us some long, some half notes. He even had a couple of slides in there. Like, what? Yo, crazy way to end this, man. Ain't no way you get eliminated. I mean, I don't even know what the talent's looking like. I think I'm kind of late to this game, actually. You know, if there's some people you guys want to cover, if I ain't covered them yet, I feel like it just started. It just started popping on my whole feed, but ain't no way, bro. I'd be very surprised if Codfish got eliminated off this round. This crazy. Insane. Yeah, absolutely insane. I mean, if this is what it's sounding like, going forward, this is going to be a crazy year. That's pretty cool that they got the crowd POV. That must have been a requested thing from the fans, a crowd POV. Out of all the years I've been reacting to Swiss Beatbox, I don't think they ever had crowd POV. I could be mistaken. But anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments. Dave's out.